Hello students, so we were looking into the questions of exercise 5.2 in the last class. We have discussed last question number 15 part 2, okay. So now today we will proceed on with question number 16. So let's take question number 16 part 2 where it is given 1 upon 2a plus b plus 2x is equal to 1 upon 2a plus 1 upon b plus 1 upon 2x. Okay, so you have to solve the following by factorization. So in order to start with, the first thing to be done is we'll transpose the term 1 upon 2x to the other side, so that we have 1 upon 2a plus b plus 2x minus 1 upon 2x is equal to 1 upon 2a plus 1 upon b. Okay. Now the next thing to be done is we'll take the LCM and solve this in order to try and taking it in the standard form. So now taking LCM, you know that LCM would be 2x into 2a plus b plus 2x. So in the numerator what we will have? 2x minus whole of this term, that is 2a plus b plus 2x. Fine, is equal to, on the right side taking LCM, this will be 2ab, and so in the numerator we will have b plus 2a. Okay. Now so let's open up the bracket by taking the negative sign inside, so that this would become 2x minus 2a minus b minus 2x upon. Now this 2 and this 2 will be cancelled, and so what are we left with? X into 2a plus b plus 2x is equal to b plus 2a upon AB. Now this plus 2x and minus 2x are cancelled. Okay. Now what are we left with? Minus 2a minus b, of which if we take the minus sign out, so what are we left with? 2a plus b. Fine. Upon. Then this is 2a plus b. Sorry, this x is also left here. X into 2a plus b plus 2x is equal to, this can be written as 2a plus b upon ab. Okay. Now this whole of 2a plus b is cancelled, and so at last what are we left with? This minus sign is left here, so this will imply minus ab is equal to x into 2a plus b plus 2x. Okay. Now let's take it to the standard form. We shall open up by taking the x inside the bracket. So this will give minus ab is equal to 2ax plus bx plus 2x square. Fine. Now we shall take all the terms to one side. So this will give 2x square plus 2x square plus 2ax plus bx, this taken to the other side will become plus ab is equal to 0. Now this can be written as what? Let's take common. Okay, so from first two terms we can take 2x common, and so we will be left with x plus a. Fine. From next two terms we can take b common, and then we are left with x plus a is equal to 0. Then this will give x plus a into 2x plus b is equal to 0. Fine. X is the variable, so once x plus a is equal to 0, and then next 2x plus b is equal to 0. So this will give you two values of x. X is equal to minus a and minus b by 2. So these are the two required values of x. Let us now take on the next question, which is question number 19, where it is given, use the substitution y is equal to 3x plus 1. Use the substitution y is equal to 3x plus 1 to solve for x, and the given expression is 5 into 3x plus 1 whole square plus 6 into 3x plus 1 minus 8 is equal to 0. Okay. Now substitution to be used is this one. That means we will replace 3x plus 1 by 1. So in that case this will become 5y squared plus 6y minus 8 is equal to 0. Now we need to break 5 into 8, 40. So we need to break 40 in order to get 6. So you know that 10 into 4 is 40. So that this can be written as 5y squared plus 10y minus 4y minus 8 is equal to 0. So that 10 into minus 4 is minus 40 and 10 minus 4 is 6. So that now from first two terms 5y is common. We are left with y plus 2, and next two terms minus 4 is common, left with y plus 2. And so the factors are y plus 2 and 5y minus 4 is equal to 0. Fine. Now this will give us the value of y as minus 2 and 4 by 5. Now, is this the final answer? No. What we need? The variable was x. Now, we need to put back the values of y. So that this will imply in place of y what is supposed to be kept? 3x plus 1. So, this will give 3x plus 1 is equal to minus 2 and 3x plus 1 is equal to 4 by 5. Now, if you notice, each of this is a linear equation in one variable which you have studied in previous classes to solve by transposition method, where you are taking the variable terms to one side and the constant terms to other side. So taking constant to one side, this will become 3x is equal to minus 2 minus 1, which will be minus 3, and so x will be equal to minus 1. Fine. Similarly, in the second one, this will give 3x is equal to 4 by 5 minus 1, which if you take LCM, which will be 5, so this will become 4 minus 5. That is minus 1 by 5. Okay. And so x will be equal to, this 3 will go down to the denominator, and so x will be equal to minus 1 upon 15. So these are the two values of the variable x. Next, let us take question number 22, where it is given, if x is equal to p is a solution, if x is equal to p is a solution of the equation x into 2x plus 5 is equal to 3. X into 2x plus 5 is equal to 3. Then you have to find the value of p. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is, we need to solve this one. That is, it is given x into 2x plus 5 is equal to 3. Taking it to the standard form, this will give 2x square plus 5x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now, it is given that x is equal to p is a solution, which means that this is a solution, which would mean that when we will substitute p in place of x in the given equation, it will satisfy the equation. Now, since is equal to P, say this is equation 1, since x is equal to P is a solution of equation 1, so it will satisfy the equation. So therefore, this will become 2p squared plus 5p minus 3 is equal to 0. And then 3 minus 3 into 2 minus 6. Now minus 6 you have to write in such a way such that the sum is plus 5. So this will be written as 2p squared plus 6p minus p minus 3 is equal to 0. Make sure we need the sign of the product to be negative and the sign of the sum to be positive. So that this will give 2p common, this will give p plus 3, then minus 1 common, p plus 3 is equal to 0. Or this will give p plus 3 into 2p minus 1 is equal to 0, which will give two possible values, that is p is equal to minus 3 or p is equal to 1 by 2. Let's start with the next topic now, that is solving quadratic equations by formula. That is, the formula is given as x is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Fine. Now you have already learned the standard form of quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Fine. So then the two roots, what will be the two roots? The two roots will be minus b plus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a, and second root will be minus b minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Fine. Now another thing you need to know, we will see that further or in a more broader way in the next exercise. This b square minus 4ac is called as the determinant, okay, denoted by capital T. Now for you, as per now, this value b square minus 4ac will never be negative. Fine. Will never be negative, that is, will never be less than 0. Why? Because if it turns 0, that will take the imaginary form, which as per now is not in the scope of your syllabus, that is further in class 11, the imaginary number. Okay. So now why I am telling you this thing, because suppose if in calculations somewhere you are getting this value to be negative, you have to understand somewhere you are mistaken with the calculations, because as per the scope of your syllabus, this value b square minus 4ac will always come either greater than 0 or equal to 0. In the next exercise it might come somewhere to be 0, less than 0, because you will be required to tell the nature of roots there, okay, but for solving any equation that won't be less than 0. Fine. So there is nothing much explaining here. We shall straight move to the questions of exercise 5.3. Okay children, let's start with the questions of exercise 5.3. Let's take question number 3, part 2, where it is given root 3x square plus 10x minus 8 root 3 is equal to 0. Fine. Now, if the first thing to be done is, you have to compare it with the standard form, and so you will have to write the values of a, b and c. So what will be the value of a? Root 3. That is the coefficient of x square. Next, b will be the value which is the coefficient of x. So what is that? 10. And c is the constant term. Remember that you are comparing with ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, so that the negative sign will come as along with the constant term c, that is minus 8 root 3. Now one more thing I would like to tell you here. If it is asked in the exam to solve by formula, you will get marks only when you solve it by formula. Fine. Solving otherwise will give you no marks at all. Okay. Fine. So what is the formula? Minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So let's substitute the values. So this will give minus 10 plus minus under root b square minus 4ac. That means 10 square minus 4 into a into c minus 8 root 3 upon 2a. So that this will give minus 10 plus minus under root. 10 square is 100 plus. Now why plus? Because minus and minus will turn into plus. Now root 3 into root 3. 3, then 3 into 8, 24, and 24 into 4 will be 96. Fine. Upon, 2a. We were supposed to write here 2 into root 3. Fine. So this will become 2 root 3. So then this will be minus 10 plus minus under root 196 upon 2 root 3. Now you know that 196 is a perfect square number and it is the square of 14. That means this will be written as minus 10 plus minus 14 upon 2 root 3. And so the two roots will be minus 10, or we can move a step ahead by taking 2 common. So if you take 2 common, this will be minus 5 plus minus 7 upon 2 root 3. Fine. 2 is cancelled. Now the roots will be minus 5 plus 7 upon 3 and another one will be minus 5 minus 7 upon root 3. Okay. So minus 5 plus 7, that means 7 minus 5. What is 2 upon root 3. Second, minus 5 minus 7. Minus 5 minus 7 would be minus 12. So this will be minus 12 upon root 3. Fine. Now, if you see the answer there, the denominator is not left as irrational, because in the previous class 9th also I have told you we never leave the answer with irrational number in the denominator. Also in the previous class you have learned the rationalization, where you will multiply it by the conjugate. So here the conjugate will be simply root 3. Okay. So that this will become 2 root 3 upon 3 and this will become minus 12 root 3 upon 3. So this 3 will cancel it 4 times, and so now finally the roots will be 2 root 3 upon 3 and minus 4 root 3. So these are the required roots of the given equation. Let's take on the next question now, that is question number 4, part 2nd, where it is given x plus 1 upon x plus 3 is equal to 3x plus 2 upon 2x plus 3. The first thing to be done is you shall take the cross multiplication and take it to the standard form. So this will give x into 2x plus 3 plus 1 into 2x plus 3 is equal to x into 3x plus 2 plus 3 into 3x plus 2. Fine. Now this will give multiply and open up the brackets. 2x square plus 3x plus 2x plus 3 is equal to 3x square plus 2x plus 3 into 3, 9x plus 3 into 2, 6. And then this will give 2x square. If you wish, you could omit some of these steps, but I am taking each and every step so that even the weakest child could get the things. Okay, these steps are easily omittable. You can directly write up the terms. 2x square plus 5x plus 3 is equal to 3x square plus 11x plus 6. Fine. Now next what we shall do is we shall take all the terms to one side. So then this will become 3x square minus 2x square, and writing the like terms together, plus 11x minus 5x, then plus 6 minus 3 is equal to 0. So 3x square minus 2x square will be x square. 11 minus 5 is what? 6x, and then plus 3 is equal to 0. Fine. Now you have to solve it by formula. So the value of a is equal to what? 1, b is equal to 6, and c is equal to 3. So substituting in the formula, x is equal to, now I am not writing the formula, you please take it yourself, minus b, that means minus 6 plus minus under root b square, that is 6 square, minus 4 into a into c upon 2a, that is 2 into 1. So that this will be equal to minus 6 plus minus. This will become 36 minus 12. You know 36 minus 12 will be equal to 24. Okay, upon 2. So this will be equal to minus 6 plus minus. Now 24 will be what? 4 into 6. So 4 will come out as 2. So this will become 2 root 6 upon 2. And so then this will be equal to, then 2 can be taken common, and so we are left with minus 3 plus minus root 6 upon 2. 2 is cancelled, and so the two values of x are minus 3 plus root 6, and second value minus 3 minus root 6. Fine. So this is the required value of x. Okay children, so we stop here for the day with the questions. The remaining questions of this exercise we shall see in the next class. Please solve up to here. Thank you.